Hello and welcome back. It's day 28, I think. Yeah, I think. And we'll just go right to it. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us. What news of Zelfatol? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alize in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Ooh, this is exciting.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
Yep.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
Oh.
And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
Zodiark?
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Me?
Allow me, Sir Emmerich.
Nope.
I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Let me guess. We have no idea where he is.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
You know something?
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
I just noticed that the earrings are also on the wrong side. Are opposite sides for each twin. Alphanode's on the left and Alize's on the right. Slight differences.
Wait a minute! I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Why can't I get one? Oh, good. Would I be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12, it seems like a lifetime ago. I should like to think we have both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Nice studs. Hot shot. Right then, shall we be off? Tataro never ceases to impress, though for a moment, I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. I was afraid of that too. Praise the 12, she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. You remember that time at the studio when the girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" I'd like to hear it. So be it. Another time, perhaps. It is an honor, Lil. I realize we are barely acquainted. By having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. Carriage? What? What carriage? Ah yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. The driver informed that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know how to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Bremont managed to find you. Your garments aside, I must say that you seem different. More resolute than when we last met, yet the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself or anything. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. This is the part for the Waking Sands then. And see if Urianger can be of assistance. How do I get mount speed 2? Second star. Ah. You have some explaining to do. If you are the one that I suspect. Or not. Orion J, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. By Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? Warriors of darkness have returned, pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ossians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the strait of Merathor. Merlthor? O Gomero stirreth, and there are whispers that Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. Thank you for your counsel. Reinform us should you learn aught else. I shall. Oh, she knows! If I may, brother. Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Oh, shit! Jose? If not, then never mind. I only ask because normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard telling of a promised tomb, the Garoon oracles. Perhaps you could start there. by thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Yep! It's gotta be the guy. A lot of hints right there. The question is why? Is it to maintain the balance? Or what? 7 hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Oh, well, what? Huh? Well, fancy that! Just when my kobold problems look like they're coming to a head, the signs of the 7th Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Filler quests, I think. I actually don't know. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? Kobolds? Kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urianger's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on it later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning. Which will lead to Titan summoning. Search for the Kobold and can't overlock. Overlock? Overlook. It's around here, eh? Oh, I can't go up that net. Just stay back! Away, far back. I'm not a... That's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Okay. That was very strange. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, he went back to camp? What? Oh, there he is. It's up there. Please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. What the... happening? You keep running away. Okay. This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Ah, he found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do? I come in peace, only to talk, speak, say, talk. So please don't hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. Could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we got him! Fine work, Scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Wanting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, Now, let us take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Hickman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin. One day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alphino and this is my sister Alize. Though the man who found you is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden says, thinks you want to take his crystal. Gabu, you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened? Can you tell us? No one's gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here. I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Titan? Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, angry. He said that if they didn't have the iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. What? Coke? Not coal? And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the That's what I was gonna ask. I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of explosives fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. That's sick. No one listens to Gabu. No matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries, they do not listen, only talk about punishment, the overdoers, and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help Gabu, stop the Patriarch, and save his parents. Poor guy. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Did the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Titan Extreme! Please no. Please no. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come? Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where those crystals are stored? Oh, I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together, we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. I have to kill these things? Wait, what? What quest is this for? Hold on. Oh, Order of the Twin Adder. Cool. Quickly. These look like StarCraft minerals. You have them all? Good, lead on, Gabu. This way. Are goblins like monkeys? They seem similar to them. Like chimpanzees. ambush! Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Do you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, aye, it's just that... I'm quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. One took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. For yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthos to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled in from Vilbrand by another party, most likely as pawn of the Ossians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ossians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind that. As Alisei said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. The next one is the last and very, very large. Very big, very huge, very large. Ishgard. Why? Did the true order or true brothers be still around? Wouldn't be surprised. Can I do this? Got a mithril shield. Not even equipable. They cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Where could they be? Confounded. What about you, Lil? Any luck? No. Nothing. But this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes. They must have moved them, yes. Question is where to and why. I'm gonna summon him. Within Ogumaro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again, it is the only explanation. What about mother and father and others? We have to help them. We will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches emptied and sounded the alarm. Alarm? Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals that I might deliver them into Commander Bloden's custody. You dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Good idea. There's 2 giant boxes of crystals. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Right, go on ahead and do a party quest with Titan. And then we go. Gotta kill these 2 too. Stopping the shakes. Didn't I just kill this guy? Yay. So even if it scales with your level, it doesn't seem to scale with your equipment. This is a good thing for me if I want to solo these. I want to kill if there's another one of those hunting log quest things around. Would be nice. These are just golem. Huh. I need roundsman? Ugamaro roundsman. Wait, didn't I just see one at the entrance? Quarryman. Isn't this one? Oh, it's an elite roundsman. Looking for regulars. Full Metal Alchemist. That's a good show. Here's one. I think it's just one left for me. And there we go. Whoop. Party quests. No? Wait, what? Oh, this game's all about surprises today. Quickly, you clods, briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any delays. What's up? Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Oh no. No. Dad? Hope for the furnace, you monster. How could you? We are but the servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he may draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, I'll say not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect our people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your simple-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering to your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Not a peace to be abandoned by the overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take, and you take, and you take. And when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last until you grow hungry again. And when we dared to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of Aether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will heal no more lies from you and yours, overdweller. You've ruined your own lands, you'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you. And I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. 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 Uh-oh. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up! Oh. Oh! Oh, fuck! Why does he look so much angrier? 7 hells. I'm here. I'm here, I'm here. No, 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 no. Alpha, no. Leave it to me. Carbuncle. We must away. Yo, Carbuncle is doing great. Oh. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. For being born of such tumultuous emotion, This incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan is far weaker. Okay. Oh. Hard mode. Which incites a full party. Okay then. Okay. What? Holy shit! There's so many interior spots. Select the duty to receive a seal. Alexander, the Void Arc, Thorn March, Naval Extreme. Wow, alright. And second chance points? I don't know what these are. These look like stickers on the right side. Okay. We should head back to town. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I'm glad I did. I forget. Where I can hold on, let me. Oh, gathering. Never mind. I'm gonna do some gathering, but this works too. Hello? Here we go. Sort of don't remember this fight too well. Those are tanks. He's probably first dodging over DPSing. Roger, roger. This is really not good, is it? Really cutting it close. That damage was crazy. think I got hit by 3 of them and then died. Wow, that was hard mode? Couldn't even imagine what the harder difficulties would be. I feel like if you make one mistake or get hit by one AoE, just instant death. You'd have to be like hyped up on coffee and caffeine, like pay attention to everything that much, or just really good at the game, which I'm not. Oh, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? Deed is done then. Titan is no more. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. It's been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to this primal's influence. Did that prove to be the case? He must be put to the death, like any other thrall. This is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysael's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. There is not to be gained from dwelling on eventuality over which we have no control, much less one we may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Ishgard is sending crystals, or someone from Ishgard is sending crystals, or is that just someone trying to point fingers at Ishgard? Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, and they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part. But we weren't as so naive to think we'll live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have lots of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. I'm not gonna drink anything, though. I don't trust anyone. Not anymore. Uh-oh.
Who goes there?
Just me.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas.
Cat pose.
It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me.
Oh.
Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled grandfather's words to my father, years ago before he left Sharlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Sharlayan. I should like to speak with her someday.
He's the best.
'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother.
Wait, he's the older one?
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
A lot of stars. Urianger?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this.
Wait, it's not. Doesn't even sound like him.
Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither.
Never mind, it sounds like him.
Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Yeah, it's most definitely him.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Le soir.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Still don't understand what he's trying to do. What? Ho, Lil! I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Tancred and Stola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had been born Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another... Wait, where's Alisaie? She was here a moment ago, with Gabu. Oh, what's with Gabu? News of Gabu? Good news? Bad news? Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother. Commander Bloden, something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. Not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out to be a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor the Maelstrom command. So sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The panger... The panger? Oh boy. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Panger! Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels like fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with the love for them, and never ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice, thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. Thousand times over, there will be reckoning. Really hope there's no level requirements for the next or last couple quests. Urianger, you're gonna invite us to a trap and then I die, or that's hope. But what is he trying to do? He's obviously trying to do something he thinks is a good thing. It's hard to tell what he wants to do exactly. We have heard your glad tidings from O Golmaro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. And let us speak of another matter, with one which weigheth heavy on the lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Grun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, The oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of the worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded, and 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menthelia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of those reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to their call to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world would die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner of the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, the reason, for in death there is life, essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such at least is their belief, I surmise. Oh. So they want to continue the whole reincarnation thing. And if they don't succeed, the world is turned into the void, and then it will be the 8th Umbral era. If that is true, then gods, no one should ever have to make that. No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange, and you would believe that this is the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ossians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgar. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. Ida and Papalimo! I said it right. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Ellen Roy's... I can't say it. I forgot how to say it. Network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ossians. Assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group, which received the crystals without delay. Though, I say you will come with me to Little Alamigo. Yes, of course. Should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. You too, man. Alphanode, Alize, Lil, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded information that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained, regrettably, it would seem that dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we start. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sir Amarek's men no longer have any need of my services, I have in mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. There I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Wait a moment, what? There's more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly an employee of Ellen Royai. the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smuggler? No one? As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Ishtola next, but there's someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. What's going on in her head? What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. As the Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did, he's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later though, little Alamigo awaits. We'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Do you have something to say? Urianger. Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Lil. If anything should happen, it should be me who. Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. Two more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather at his absence. So to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be to finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. Wow. Alright, that's a really cool mount. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of the town? Alice and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. A really cool mount. I seems kind of lost though. Let me guess, come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call? While he lit a fire in every Alamegan heart, he also inspired more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. The Griffin, eh? Elbow? I see you there, going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. The mysterious Griffin. sort of drawing a blank. Is it someone who we know, or is it a new character that they're introducing? Hey, the Resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to them. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the Mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. The Griffin! Who is the Griffin? I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of the newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamigan liberation is unrivaled, but we can hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundebald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best that you took the lead. Shall we? They're all about Gundebald. Much as it pleases me to see you again, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. Oh wait, he had a different voice. The Griffin? I know him. As do we all. He and his masks have become his masks as leading faction within the Resistance. Though there's a suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. But even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I've not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the Second Temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes, weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. It is but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead, I shall stay behind and wait for him. New character! Who could it be? When we were free. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Ooh, here we go. Is he a Guardian? Maybe? Whoa.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire.
Oh my god, I know who it is.
In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north.
With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled.
Ilberd? That you?
Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more. Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands.
Oh boy.
This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more!
I mean, it's Ilberd's voice, but why is it not Ilberd? Because he seems to have a spear on his back. I'm confused.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Oh my god! Oh, Jesus!
What are you two doing here?
Shh, shh, be quiet. Shh, shh.
I could ask you the same thing.
Shh! They can hear us.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
Oh, your voice is also a surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not
Sounds good.
strength of arms that will win this battle.
Oh my god.
Strength of heart.
This is quite the confrontation. They're not meeting. Not confrontation, it's a meeting. Yay, they're alive and not dead. Words cannot express how glad I am to see the both of you alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Lil would be fine. Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah. and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends within the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a little while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration that Lolorito Dorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and the General Rabaun had been reinstated, we resolved to make that contact. But having long since discarded our link perils as precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Because it's Ilberd. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. Now, I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser to boot. Would not surprise me. He were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you might have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. Hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one. Mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Crystals. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, while the man is an enigma, I cannot say with any confidence that he would or not do so. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many claims such of late. I confess I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we fought it together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. And my fists. Indeed, that is assuming you'll have us? Hell yeah! See you again. Oh my god, they're not dead! Wipes brow. Oh, Sanka, hey, what's up, man? You the best girl. Oh! More food! If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon the primal, we must needs obtain a confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as our group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates, and while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plan in the broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders, will not expose himself without suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times inspired by his words and take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, we will decide to welcome you in person and we will arrange a meeting. You'll need to look the part that we might maintain the charade until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase a suitable garments from Tableau. Tableau? Is that a Korean rapper? Anyways, and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough, thank you. With that, let us be off. Elbow is an assortment of affordable clothing which he sells to the refugees. The sum in that sack should be more than suffice. But if it and my name are not enough to secure his cooperation, pay him double. I'll see that you are recompensed. Okay, man, I got it. Our identities will be revealed, but it can't be helped. We don't have time for another clever approach. Clever. Right. Telebo. Hey, you want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. How about this money? Well, you're the ones with the gill, and seeing as you're friends with Papalimo, there, tunic and slops for the both of you, tailored and treated to your tastes. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Clothes make it the man, as they say. Right then, we'll go and change and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on your maps. Okay. Don't I have one of these? I do. From way back when. Where's the slops? Give me them slops. No. So not enough. I feel like that should be enough. No, it's enough. Okay, never mind. We're good. Let's just turned. And I feel naked without my armor. Is this another way? Another way over this way? Yep. Well, look at us. A pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. Now we play the waiting game. Hate the waiting game. Guy looks like a...
My thanks, comrades.
The guy looks like the final boss from Fable 1. Elbird?
You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
Wait, is this the real one? No, wait, no. It's a... Is that a staff or a gunblade on his back?
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and...
Oh, sorry.
I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal.
Why would you say that?
Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
What?
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
That's why you must die.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off.
Who is this guy then?
Are you perchance the Warrior of Light? Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
What? What? It's this guy from Quarry Mill? What?
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Oh, he's not Albert. He's just a guy from like 150 quests ago. Albert has a sword and shield.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
Confused.
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences.
He's Alamegan?
You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Huh. That's a surprise. I didn't expect to see the quarry mill guy here. Quarry mill, he said? Do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face. Besides, it's not as if it matters. No, it does matter. I remember him. I've long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. Let us keep moving forward together. We must find and secure those crystals. This is no time for looking back. What I wanted to do, I press C because it thought go to character. Oh. We take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Malja. We must apprise Alize of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I've changed. You mean Alamigo right behind us? One life for one world. I don't know how I feel about that quote. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Eden Papalimo were here all along? Well, Y'shtola should be relieved and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Malja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit, even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there's naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. And who this? Oh. So they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. Players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Well, it's gonna slowly reveal to us what his plans are. Oh, let's hope it's nothing bad. It's definitely something bad, but hoping. Hope is good. I confess, I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the bowl of embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparation, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Cutscenes. I'm ready. Sort of. Not really. 70%.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Thancred. Making me worry. Oriange?
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
Oriange.
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh boy.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Oh shit!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Oh shit!
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was.
Is she like black mage, white mage, thaumaturge, summoner?
My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Oh, spellcaster. Wait, what?
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Oh shit. Okay. I was expecting cutscenes. I didn't expect to fight them. Okay. I go for healer first. No! Someone tank it, please!
You shall fall soon enough.
Oh, he's invulnerable. What?
There's no escape.
What's happening? How are you alive? Why do I feel like I'm going nowhere with this? What the fuck, man?
No more games.
What? Game over?
It ends now.
Cheater!
What?
The chains!
Oriange?
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
What is happening?
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
What? Why?
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us.
Same.
I expect a full explanation when this is over.
Same.
For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Aw, family. So what is he?
By thy leave.
Black mage?
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
LB versus LB.
Make ready! They come!
Here we go. Channel Aether into what? Ah!
I must have more ether.
Ow! What? Ow! I don't have a channel button. I right click her?
The ether! Ugh, it's not enough!
I'm clicking! Click! Don't count too much. Oh, god damn it. Fuck this! Sucks being on the receiving end of the echo. Speak with Alpha now, what? What do you mean speak with Alpha though? I'm trying, lady! Alright, well. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no! Now? No? Did I just glitch this somehow? Oh, no. Look! Oh, there. Okay, never mind. I was clicking on her exactly.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
I'm just gonna wait. Yep. For that shit to happen again.
Up, neighbor.
Woo!
I'll crush you.
Yeah. Stop it! Let me just do this! You son of a bitch! Oh my goodness. Someone! Yeah, son of a...
Courage, friends.
What? Okay, I think I messed this one up. Oh.
Now, neighbor, burn them all.
Well, it's good knowing you all. Ah! Oh man. So I kept clicking on Alice and not the Sword of Light. Good to know. I'm glad I know that now. Woo!
You shall fall soon enough.
So this is just a play of endurance, I guess.
There's no escape! No more games!
Okay.
I must have more ether.
It's too far away.
The ether! Ugh, it's not enough! I can feel it! Just a little more!
Fuck you, healer!
Hurry it up, neighbor! I'll crush you!
What's his mark name? Oh. No, you son of a... Alright, there we go.
Courage, friends.
Oh! Oh my god. How do I do? How do I do? Oh my god, thank you. Ah.
'Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
I'm glad game's like, yeah, you got another chance. Try to fight again.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
In more ways than one.
We are far from finished.
You got some primal on himself?
Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Le soir?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
No, we found out a way.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
What? I don't understand.
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread. And soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won. And now our world is being erased from existence.
Oh.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, And now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
So wait, what are they doing?
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle.
He's been waiting for this moment?
Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Idolin? Wait, what? How are they? What? Why are you all here?
What is this place?
This is the Velvet Room.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
No. And
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
as the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
Oh, this is Menthilia now.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done,
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Oh no.
Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
Sometimes I forget this game's an MMO. It would seem we are in southern Thonala again. Infili is doing, no doubt. May the 12-speed her on our way, and the warriors of darkness too. Cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. They gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, did they not? But mayhap that was their wish. It's about time we got a Mombrite wind-up toy. Oh, forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals, leave them to me. I'll go back to Zaharark and secure them. The Malja will be in disarray after the thrashing the warriors of darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. Must have finished searching with the masks to camp by now. Not that it matters anyway. You must be tired. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? I saw you meeting with the Warrior of Darkness and the Ossian in White at the Great Library. Try not to think the worst. You've never been the one to confide in others, so I knew that even where your intentions pure, that you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, not that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, find I cannot condone them. Sorry. Forgive me, but I believe the events of today have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I will gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then. Not a happy ending. Oh. Oh, Matt, Alphinaud said you'd be joining us. It would seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as to be found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the masked camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharok? Zaharok? Actually. I don't believe it. The crystals? In Philly, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted the final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, but also affirming. Alphinaud, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the challenges that you have faced in our absence. It's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. You should be glad to recount them, and Tataro's tales may well surprise you. Gundwald? Ida? Ida! Ralgar be pays, it is you! Ida, alive and standing before me, in the flesh. Can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundwald. I fought you beside your father in the revolution! Do not think less of our friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in little Almigo. They gave us hope. And young Ida most of all. Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors and we feared the worst. But here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oops, sorry, we were still in the circle of knowing back then. Right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all secretive and stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to go hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let's return to the Rising Stones. Else take me for giving you that mask. Why did they make that face though? That's a weird reaction. I mean, from Ira and Papalimo. Are they hiding something from me? I don't like secrets, especially when it hurts me at the end. Lamin? Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she'll always be with us. Welcome home. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured his crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola, Kral, and debrief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Did we break the news?
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
I gotta bring that up.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Yeah, especially your voices.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
Oh, Taro.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
Nice.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering.
I'm not babysitting.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Totaro.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
I don't know. Kick back, take off my socks, eat some pie, drink some lemonade. Relax, wink, maybe? I don't know. New adventure.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Am I getting another credits? Oh no. An ending to mark a new beginning. Look at them, Lil. The signs of the 7th dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Here we go. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know we will find out together. Rumbida! Am I gonna get a Minfilia doll too?
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
Who is this?
Where men go as one, there is life. and where there is life. My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me.
Why?
Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
I mean, I can't use it, so I guess so. Also a really weird request.
Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Uh-oh. There's the real one, I guess. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all in that glorious day. So who is this guy? Olympus. Tribal leaders are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Is it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a survey of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting. And a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Oh, well. Great. Yeah, just throw him off the bridge. Nothing bad can happen. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds, you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in which breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield those eyes. For a weal or for woe. Having a staring contest? Because you'll never win. Alex, what's up, man? See you again. Power drill. You mean Tupsimati? Was the drill to pierce the heavens, and a giant moon. So it was here all along. Who's this? Oh, it's a... Nero? At least he's alive, I guess. Well, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. You will laugh. Oh my god, he's alive! Oh wait, he was alive. I knew that. I haven't seen him in here in a long time though. I couldn't really say anything about it. Just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet at the Diamond Forge. Won't take long, I promise. Oh my god. You make me... Did you make me something? My own clothing? Like you did for everyone else except me and Thancred? You made clothes for everyone except me, Thancred, Trial. Is that upstairs? This isn't it. There it is. If you did the Crystal Tower raid storyline, you would have known more about Nero. I seem to be missing a lot of those storylines. I might do some and go back to it later on. Alright, Taro. Sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments and capture your soul with this machine. I don't like how this looks. Right, everyone ready to get to work? Ataru? No scoring now. Oh, you might want to close your eyes. What? Ataru? What? What? What the fuck? What just happened? There! All finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. That's harassment. Oh, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Lil. All in good time. Oh my god. Gonna sell this information somewhere? Aha! Found you. Alphanode wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it's very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. What the hell? Okay, yeah, sure. That happened.
We're here! Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia.
Oh.
Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
It's Alpha Node.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Ugh, politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice.
No.
Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Yes, gotta feed the poor. Don't look at me like that.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations.
Nope.
Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh, thank you, Papa Limo.
Oh my goodness, you're... Help! I need some help here!
What? The fuck is happening right now? Hello?
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Oh, it's Alamigo, isn't it?
Narco! God, how did... Y'shtola! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
You're so close to Storm's blood? Ooh.
Now, we staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all. Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay.
Like her hair.
I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a miqo'te is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan resistance.
Yeah, I figured.
I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin.
Yeah.
He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
He's gonna attack the Empire.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Would you say that the voice acting is much better now since A Realm Reborn? Yeah, I would say so. Overall. They're definitely making an effort to try the voice acting.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa Laminsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred? Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice.
Little people.
'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
What do you mean? Making me worried, Papalymo. I'm just keeping secrets. Oh, cool. Oh, what do you mean? Your choice. After conferring with the Ishtola, we have decided to focus our attentions to the East Shroud. Not to mention this. I hate leaving Nago like this, but I know Kryl and Tataru will make good care of her. Alright, time to talk to Ishgard. I can feel something bad gonna happen at the end of this arc. Oh boy. One. Wait, what? Oh, it resets in 12 hours. That's right. Is it Monday? Hold on. Yes, it is. Wait, it's Monday? Hold on. I'll look at my schedule. Oh no. Oh no. Nope, no plans. Woo! Woo! I had something scheduled for today, but no, I'm good. You're the only one I know who teleports using the map instead of the teleport skill. Well, like, you have to, like, go through it, and I recognize visual quality more than, like, a list. Not visual quality, like, visuals. Greetings, warrior of light. What business brings you to Ishgard? War! I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. Up to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminence of the threats, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons. Prior to proceeding, will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? Yeah, sure. Take as much time as you want. I thank you. Our representative, whom we choose, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelope that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. I pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready for depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. You have no other business in the city. Join me in the gates of judgment. I'll be waiting right there. And she leaves me. Leaving me. Still. Hope in Stormsblood they actually walk with you. Open the gates! And the destination is right here. Waiting. How are the emissary? It is Emmerich? We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, that there was any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone. Not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's boot of statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. It's windy. I could just go there, can't I? Garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me? You may see a familiar face. Familiar face? Oh! Lil, old boy? How wonderful to see you! And Sir Emmerich too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought upon the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse. No, don't trouble yourself, Honorwa. We shall soon be on our way. Lucy, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. So... maybe war. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Frankel and the Observatorium. See, you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. He's a commander now? Oh, nice job, man. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm. Yeah. Sort of. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Oh, man. Constantly reminded. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans and Honorwa's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. But worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. Thanks, man. Growing up. Good. Character development. He had to catch himself in saying Garlean considering Lucia's Garlean. Oh, I see. Okay. I totally missed that. Alright. Wait, do I have enough points to do anything? I only have 4,000, never mind. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. Fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Food. Seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand, a pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. Just like that we are not the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? And then you leave me. Because no one cares about the Warrior of Light, apparently. Alex Ram 070 has an eye for details. I didn't see the Gridania thing, or not Gridania thing, but Garlean comment. Better detective than I am. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you put the Limza Lominzan party as well. Oh, we're not late. Yugiri! I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Amric. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Will, I trust you are well. It is a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Master Lil, I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing science have now been found. See you again. There's much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gir Abanya. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
Different voice.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It would be really confusing if Stormblood also replaces voice actors.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
Eric's doing well.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Oh good, I have yet to depart. Feared I have missed you. Jamrick. Master Alphonado, a pleasure as always, and Mistress Alisaie, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption, I had hoped to thank Lil for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. She was hiding behind the tree? Forgive me, my lord, I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. Well, no apologies necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seatseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Amric. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad that are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That's how we adults speak, dear sister. Mayhap the ones who sound like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. That's why I hate politics. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared with their talk with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Valsal's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Should I go too? Nope, I guess I'm just going back. Welcome back. I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. Yeah, that's politics for you. That said, people have been known to change, and my brother is willing to run his own errands. Anything is possible. I'm actually gonna end it here. I got some... Do I have anything to do? No, I'm just gonna take a break. Alright, Alex, if you're still here, thank you so much for joining me on this venture. Sanka, if you're also still here, have a good night, buddy. Not, then I wish you all the best. And all your plans today. I know you're pretty busy. Also, Alex, I'll also see you later, hopefully. And, yeah. Okay, what to do? I've been, like, trying to contemplate whether or not to play this game offline, or not offline, off stream, and try leveling up other things, because that's probably not fun for people to watch. When are you streaming again? I would say... let's see. I want to say whenever possible, but as to a time, maybe tomorrow, like 5 to 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I'll just put that down. And yeah, I have a free week today, this week, so I have a lot of time for stuff. And the reason I'm stopping the stream is because my computer is now slowly heaving, and it's probably good for a break. So yeah, Alex, I'll see you later. I hope you have a good Monday, rest of the day, and Twitch decided to show me an ad. Oh, my bad, man. It's not on me. It's probably Twitch. Definitely not me. All right, Alex, I'll see you later. Danka, I'll see you later. And anyone else, have a good rest of your Monday. Bye.